2020 and put them in 2021 so that it can be better for you. So this morning we are going to be talking about resolutions. What is your New Year's resolution? I know this today is the 9th, but I mean, we're still in the new year. Some of us are still even on vacation. Some of us are still on holiday. We're not even back to work yet. So what is your New Year's resolution? And we still have paying Dr. Tosin Mogeme in the house, as we're going to be discussing New Year's resolutions this morning. I'm going to start with you. What is your New Year resolution? What is your New Year resolution this year?
What's my New Year resolution? Okay, so when I bought this, it was a bit free, and but now it's getting tighter. So
did you buy it last year or this year?
last year.
Okay.
But we were on lockdown last year, so I was at home most of the time. You know, working from home and you know, eating, working. When you're at home, you just, you know, at every point in time, you're thinking about food.
Yeah,
but
the
when
only
you're out
journey
there,
you make is from your room to the kitchen.
yeah, when you're out there, you forget that you can go a day without eating. But when you tell yourself, I want to fast or I won't eat, it becomes, you know, very difficult. So one of my resolutions for this year is to eat well, eat healthy, and lose weight.
So so far, how far?
I've started jogging.
All the rice and the chicken from last year is still
I've already
inside.
started at the gym, and now I'm beginning to cut out those things that I do not need. But of course, it's difficult, but it's achievable. It's just, you know, it boils down to discipline, controlling yourself, and knowing that. Because the truth is, sometimes when I dress and I wear a suit and I want to tie my lace, it becomes a problem. Then I tell myself that, listen, man, this is a problem. I used to be fit before. I used to someone who used to be heavily built. And then, so why is this happening?
Some traces.
You can see some traces. So yeah, that's one of my resolution. And you know, I've already started the gym and I've started jogging, trying to push myself. And I want to cut out soft drinks and those things that, of course, do not help me, because if you don't feel good, you can't do good. There's a saying that take care of your body because it's the only place you are going to live in. So that's one of my resolutions. I have goals also, but I'm still also working on my goals.
Yeah. Okay, you know, a lot of people make a lot of resolutions, and some of them don't even know how to even go about it. But how realistic is it? I mean, the resolutions we make, how realistic is it? And then, is it even really necessary to make a New Year's resolution?
Of course. You know, there's a saying, you know, by Anthony Robbins that it's decisions that you make in life that determine your destiny. At every point in time, you're making a decision. And when you're not even making a decision to change your life, you've unconsciously made a decision not to change your life, perhaps remain stagnant. So, you know, it's a new year, and this is the point in time. December for me is always a period when I review my year. What did I do well? How far have I come? Especially my birthday. You know,
When's your birthday?
Next month, so I should be expecting something from you. So you need to review your life, and we're all on a journey. We are all going towards, it's a journey of purpose. We're going towards a destination. So at every point in time, you need to review your life. How far have I gone? Have I gone off track? And then try to make decisions that helps you get there. Some people do not even make it to, some people are cut short in life because they don't feed well. They don't live a good lifestyle. So at every point in time, if, for example, now with the pandemic and everything that happened last year, some people now know that they need to double their hustle. They need to increase their income because there's inflation now, and prices of items out there, salaries have been slashed. So you need to always make decisions that will change your life or that would, you know, steer you towards the right direction. So it's very imperative that yes, you always make a resolution. The only challenge I have with resolutions is you don't necessarily need to wait till the new year.
Exactly.
To make a decision that will change your life. At every point in time, you need to understand that. For example, you're someone who's been drinking and then you're beginning to have health problems. You can't say, next January 2022.
Let me finish all the beer and all the liquors.
I'm going to change it. You know, you need to make it you need to make it when it's necessary.
So like when like, let me say for instance, that I was actually going to ask you, like, when is the appropriate time to make a resolution, and then how do you even go about it? How do you come up with the whole thing? I mean, like you said, December is a time where you get to review your goals and then what you achieved so far. But let's talk to people out there now. How do you go about it? How do you come about it? Because most times we like, oh, new year, new me, fresh me, this, that one, the other one, the other one. But how do we even align it? Because we have so many things. In a year now, like, okay, I can say, I want to get married, I want to buy a car, I want to build a house, I want to do this. How do we start?
So, okay, one vital factor that enables people to succeed in life or live a significant life is vision. Your vision is what gives you direction to your destination.
I need to write that down. Your vision is what gives you direction to your destination.
For example, you wake up in the morning, you have a car, you take your bath, and you're outside, and then you're just about to get into your car. Or you get into your car, and you start your engine. Where is your destination? Where are you going to? There are lots of places, countless places to go to. And when you get outside your estate or your area, you can go left, you can go right. So it's your vision that says, go this way. This is where I'm coming to. When I was coming here, my vision this morning was to come to Success TV. And that was what, aided or guided my direction. So in making goals in life, it has to be in alignment. It has to align with your personal vision. If, for example, someone like, I remember I saw an article sometime last year. Cristiano Ronaldo was saying that he gets angry with his son whenever his son takes a bottle of Coke. And man, that really stunned me because I felt, how would you be putting such discipline or putting such, what's the word now? Putting such a task on your son. But that's because he already knows his son wants to follow in his path to become a footballer. So it means that even Cristiano Ronaldo as a person doesn't take Coca-Cola, doesn't take soft drinks. So he knows this is a goal, and it becomes perhaps become a resolution at some point in his life. He knows that when you take this, he gains weight, and it affects his profession. Yeah. So we need to make goals that are directly in alignment with our vision in life. I can't just make any kind of goal. I can't say, okay, for example, now I want to let's say perhaps I want to buy 3 cars this year. Does that matter to what I'm trying to achieve? Does that matter? For example, now I have goals for this year, and those goals are in alignment with what I want to achieve as a person. My goal, my vision for myself, my vision is to become one of the leading voice of hope and inspiration in the world. I want to start my own radio show this year. I want to get more books out there this year. These are things that aligns with your vision. Yeah, with my vision. So it's going to be easy. Though it's not going to be. It's simple. When I mean simple, it's clear. It's easily defined. But it's not easy because, of course, I need to make a commitment. I need to take certain tasks. I need to stretch myself. But it's something that is within my capacity to achieve. I can't just set goals that
something you've already started. It's not like someone who you haven't even bought a land. You haven't even thought of buying a land. Your bank account, you don't even have money that can buy you a land, and then you say, I want to buy a land, I want to build a skyscraper this year.
I quite agree with you. And for whatever goal you set, it has to, there's something called the SMART goals. It has to be specific, it has to be measurable, it has to be achievable, it has to be realistic, and it has to be time bound. So for example, when I say that I want to lose weight this year, I go check my weight almost every week to be sure that yes, I'm achieving something. I checked my weight recently and I wasn't happy. I felt
You're so particular about this, your weight. Okay, I think we have to go on a short break. Let's find out what people have to say on the streets, because we had to ask them what is their New Year resolutions. Let's find out what the people on the street had to say.
Right now, the way events are unfolding in the world, there's no need to have any New Year resolution. The resolution should be anything that comes your way, you take it as it comes. That's the way I see it. Nigeria, I wish Nigeria to be a better country for all.
My New Year's resolution is to stay focused and reduce a wrong friend and stay focused. Come closer to God.
New Year's resolution is to marry the most beautiful woman that I love so much. And we are working towards that. And make more money, expand my business. What else again? Actually, I'm thinking Nigeria should look for a way to eradicate COVID-19 and put Nigeria in the right channel that everybody will be happy and live healthy.
I want to build house. I want to buy car, and we pray all this coronavirus to end. We don't want it again. We want peace. We want joy. We want everything. We want good health in this Nigeria.
What I want to do, and what I would like to do this new year, this 2021, I would like to get money to make it big, large, and I've prayed that this year I'm not going to drink anything alcohol. I'll stop taking alcohol, and I always be praying to God. To achieve this, my new year resolution is by focusing on God. Once I focus on Him, I'll be able to achieve this, which I want. Like I said, I will stop taking alcohol, which I know that is always against the will of God. Once I stop it, I'll always draw closer to Him, and I'll be able to achieve whatever I want to achieve in this 2021. Thank you very much.
They say youth are lazy. I don't understand. Let them fight this COVID-19. I don't understand this COVID-19 in Nigeria. I have a sister that says in America, we see that there's COVID-19 in America. They're full of it that we can see. Every day, the way the doctors, everything, they're doing everything. But Nigeria, I'm not even sure there's COVID-19 in Nigeria, please. Please, let them help us. Let them help the youth. No jobs. Nothing. Please, we are begging the government to look into all this. Not you, the governor, president, 2.3 billion a month. We graduates. And they suffered before want Nigeria to look into in this revolution. Let them give us job. We want job. Job. We are not lazy. We want job. If there is job, we will work. So you know Nigeria are not lazy.
Whew, Nigerians are not lazy. That's someone's New Year resolution, to get more jobs for the youths. I mean, that's something you get. And the other person said, you know, because of what happened last year, so there's no need making a New Year resolution. So just take the year as it comes. And the other one said, okay, he wants to draw closer to God and then stop alcohol, because he knows if he gets closer to God, his alcohol, whatever, will stop. So do you think all those are realistic?
Of course, not everything's. You know, there was some man who spoke about getting married.
Yes, to the most beautiful girl.
Yeah, you know, let's ignore how he said it. But I could pick something there. That, okay, perhaps on his journey, that's the next step, to get married, get a wife, start a family. That's a goal. Expand my business. That's a goal.
Yes.
It's just that it has to become defined, properly defined, not just saying it.
Yeah.
But writing it, putting it on paper, and then begin to plan towards achieving it. Saying things like, I think I heard something like, you don't need to have a resolution because 2020 came and all that. If you live your life without a guide or without control, your life will spin out of control. You need to have a direction. There are still people that, amidst the pandemic, they move further in life.
Okay, hold our thoughts. Okay, this is to let our viewers know that the phone lines are open at this point. All you need to do is just call, make your own contribution. What is your New Year's resolution? I know a lot of us have written it down and we're already working towards it. What is it? Let's find out. Let's know what it is today. And probably our guest here can give you some guidelines on how to really go about it. So let's continue.
Yes, so I was talking about the fact that some people made it. 2020 was a very good year for them.
Yeah.
For me, yes, I recorded some improvements last year. I was more visible. I was more in the media talking about coronavirus, talking about, you know, psychological effect and all that. For me, so my business, my brand got better.
Yeah.
And some people, you know, they bought cars according to them, they beat about as their goal. Some people built houses, some people, you know, face masks, hand sanitizer.
I mean, those
some
people made money. Yes.
Yeah, so, you know, while some people are complaining about the pandemic, some people are rejoicing.
Cashing out every day.
So, and then it's not the end of the world. You can still make something meaningful out of the situation. There's a saying that things work out best for those who make the best of how things work out. So, irrespective of what happened last year, we know that 2021 cannot be as worse as 2020.
Yeah.
Because even if the second wave is looming at us now, our minds were prepared for it.
Exactly.
Unlike last year that it came and it was
Came
shocking.
and nobody, I mean, by this time last year,
Yes.
we're still, you know,
We're still
celebrating
grieving and expecting that, yes,
oh
we're going
my-
to achieve our goals and all that, and then it just came suddenly. But now our minds are prepared for it. You know, there's something called adaptive immunity. Adaptive immunity is
Yes.
all about you getting adapted, you know, becoming getting adapted to your surroundings, certain circumstances and all that, and you fare better as you go on in life. So you need to still make a resolution. Perhaps this year I need to cut out on my excesses. I need to cut out the wastages. I need to increase my income. That's part of my, you know, my new resolution. I need to go all out. I need to maximize my potential in all areas, through my writing, through my speaking, through my coaching. I need to start my therapy. So the major thing that the major challenge we had was the finances. People couldn't work because of the lockdown and all that. So how do you respond to that?
Okay,
in
well, we
2021?
have Larry calling from Ikorodu. Larry, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning,
Yeah,
Larry.
I have two questions to ask. Now, some people they'll say that they don't really do well with writing down resolutions, writing down of goals. Like we heard some of the people in your voice pop, they say they just go with the flow. Is it right enough to just go with the flow? Is it a must to pen down some goals? Is it a must to write some goals? You know, I feel it's not really. I don't know. I will need a guest in the house to tell us if it's really necessary to write down some goals. Number two is your guest is emotional intelligence expert. Please, I don't really understand what that means. If you can just shed more light on that. You know, is it like you read people emotions and tell us, or I don't know. Let him just help us out. That's my question. Thank you very much.
Thank
Nice
you
show.
very much, Larry. Thank you.
Okay, let me clarify what an emotional intelligence expert means. You know, we all know that emotional intelligence now has become so prevalent. Emotional intelligence is all about managing yourself and managing your emotions. Managing yourself and managing the other person. You know, this involves your emotions, this involves your mind and everything about yourself. You know, we live in a time where we understand that your IQ cannot make you a success now. There are still some other factors. You see people that never went to school or don't know how to read or write, but somehow they're living comfortably, there is success, you know. So what is that other factor behind the scenes that makes people succeed in life? And that's what emotional intelligence really entails. You know, for example, you have a restaurant. You need to be very amiable. You need to be friendly. You need to have this service-oriented mindset towards your customers.
There has to be an aura.
Yeah,
when
you don't need
people
to.
come
You can't be
around.
hostile. It's the way you treat your customers, the feeling they get when they come to your restaurant. That's what makes them come back.
Again.
So that's part of what emotional intelligence entails. Some people are really so focused on themselves. But even for example, citing the case of Donald Trump. Donald Trump is someone who I'm disappointed at, you know, at this point in time, the way he's taking this situation of, you know, being usurped by Biden.
You know, Twitter's banned him. Is it temporary?
Yes, I learned about that.
Yeah.
I learned about that. So, you know, it's let me just say, emotional intelligence is really important now. It's really imperative that we understand what it means. And you have Google there. You have resources online that you can read and educate yourself. You know, school, there's a saying that, you know, education, schooling should not interfere with your education. It's not until you get within the four walls of the classroom that you learn.
Before you start
And then
learning.
secondly, going with the flow means you don't have a direction. I'm still
don't
talking
have.
about that. You need to have a compass, a compass. You need to have a direction. This is where I'm going
Charlie.
to. It's just like you know, you're going to the island, and then the third mainland bridge was blocked. Instantly, you need to find the means. It's just like using your Google map. Each time you're going on a journey and the route you're taking becomes blocked, it finds you the next available destination. So you don't change your destination because of circumstances. You don't change your direction. You only change your means to get there. So if, for example, there are people who wanted to have, for example, let me give a book launch last year. They couldn't have the physical book launch because of the pandemic. So what they did was to do the online book launch. There are people who wanted to make money through certain means. But then because of the pandemic and the impediments, they had to look for other means, you know, forex, look into cryptocurrency and all that. So you don't change your destination, you only change your direction in, you know, getting there. So going with the flow means whatever comes. That's why you find people that, you know, they have a vision in life, but maybe perhaps they get into a job and they're maybe trying to make ends meet initially, but over time they just get overwhelmed by the circumstances and they just start putting up with whatever comes. You don't put up with whatever comes. You need to be resolute. Resolute from the word resolution. You need to be resolute and determined that this is what I want. And it's your determination, it's how dogged you are that eventually ensures that what you want comes to pass. So, and if you start, as I saying, if you start your year with determination, you would end it with satisfaction.
Satisfaction, yes.
So don't go with the flow.
He also said, like, is it necessary to pen it down?
Of course it is. You know, what you have in your head is, you need to document it. It shows you're serious. Document it. Some people talk about visual boards. It's very important to perhaps have something like a visual board in your room, or a calendar, or like not billboard, you know, like a cardboard. And you have your goals written out. When you wake up, it's the first thing you see. It has a way of motivating you. It has a way of reminding you that this is what you want to achieve. It's just like, for example, I know you'd laugh at me. But it's, you know, for example, putting the figure of the person.
Okay. Hold on. We have Gideon from Festa. Good morning, Gideon.
Hello, good morning. I beg, I want to say my new resolution this year, and I say I want to get better big shop for Alaba. Make my shop be the Alaba. May it grow. May I see more business. Maybe people enter my shop. You understand? I want to become big. Make more money day, more children. And I marry better wife. As that my guy with that video talk, and my new resolution be that. That one really don't do for me. Nigeria wahala too much. I'm not ready for plenty wahala. I just want to get big shop and get money. Now my resolution be that.
Thank you, Gideon. Alaba.
He started well by defining what he wants. He wants to perhaps start a business, or maybe
he wants his business to expand, grow in Alaba market.
He wants it to be at Alaba. So now, because it's, you know, when you say I want to have a business, your business can be anywhere. Your business can be outside Nigeria. Your business can be in South Africa. Your business can be in another state in Nigeria. So you being specific that you want it to be an Alaba, it has a way of, you know, there's a saying that when you want something, the universe conspires in helping you achieve it. So you say you want it at Alaba. Somehow, you know, you pray about it and you start walking towards it. One day you could just be walking, or you could just get information that there's someone who wants to, you know, give out his shop, or there's this vacant shop at Alaba, and instantly, even when you don't have the money, the moment you get that information, you start walking towards it. That's good. But, you know, along the line, you start saying, I want to get married, I want to do this, and you're just mentioning them and all that, and, you know.
Those ones are now like if this one's calm, yes, if it doesn't, let's just keep it like that. You know, there's some resolutions you make, you put these ones by the side, say, okay, if this one doesn't work, you can pick this one up. You know, I've been making resolutions of that.
Like I said, it has to align with your vision. It has to align with who you are as a person, your values. So when that alignment is there, it becomes easier. It doesn't mean that you won't find it tough along the line. It doesn't mean you'd achieve everything, but you would go beyond where you are currently. Such that by the end of the year, when you're looking back, even the goals you failed to achieve, you know that, okay, you perhaps took these steps and maybe these steps didn't work out. Maybe you need to try some other step. So it's always imperative that we set goals that are in alignment with our vision, with our value system, our principles, our philosophy. Because if you just set any kind of goal, it becomes a problem. It becomes even distracting. So I want to expand my business. For example, I want to increase my income. How? I need to maximize my potential. What can I do? I can write, I can speak, I want to have a radio program. You start to, and you don't do this all in your head.
Okay.
Now, you don't do this all in your head. You need to get a paper. You need to get a book for your resolution or for your vision. And you begin to define it. Who can I talk to? how do I go about this? Who do I know that has achieved this in time past that can mentor me or guide me or tell me, you know, show me the path to how we
So
got it?
at that point, you need a mentor.
Yes,
Yeah,
you need
okay.
a mentor, you need a guide, you need relationships, you need a network of friends that also want to achieve the same thing you're trying to achieve. Because, you know, when, you know, there's a saying that when you walk alone, you get there fast. But when you
Work together, you get there faster.
yes, if you want to get to your destination fast, walk alone. But if you want to go far,
farther.
you walk together. It makes the journey, the burden of the journey, lighter. You see, most times when you walk with people, you do not even realize that you've been trekking or you've been walking for so long, because at every point in time, when one is down, the other person cheers you up and all that. So it's always very good to write it down and begin to dissect it. How do I achieve this? What do I need to do? Who do I need to become in the process? Because who you are currently is not the person who's going to achieve the goal. You're going to go through a transformation in that process of achieving that goal. So,
But okay, a lot of people actually fail. Like some people will say, 31st night or 1st of January, I'm never going to drink again, because that's mostly what people always resolute on.
Yeah.
Once they start, they say, this year, alcohol was too much, I'm going to stop it,
yeah.
you know. Then before you know it, 1 week, 2 weeks down the line, they're already back to where they started from. Why do you think people fail at keeping their New Year resolution?
you know, some people have not, when you say making a decision, some people have not come to that point where they say they do not really want that new goal. They just say it. They just say it because perhaps other people are saying they want this, they want that. So they don't want to look as though they are not aspiring. They don't want to look as though they are not. So they just say, okay, I want to stop this. But it doesn't come from the mind. It doesn't, you know, they don't have this deep conviction to stop it. And that's why sometimes pain helps you change things. When the pain, of remaining in something, or when the pain of remaining in something is greater than the pain of change, you change. I don't know if that makes sense to you. If, for example, the pain of being an addict is greater than the pain of changing, you definitely you definitely opt to change. Because, okay, let me give you, for example, if you're diagnosed with cancer and they say if you don't stop drinking in 3 weeks, you're going to die.
Definitely you would.
So the pain,
stop.
So instantly you just see, you just, the will to change just comes from nowhere. So sometimes too, you need to take certain steps. Like I said, you need to change your circle of friends. If you work with friends that drink, you still drink.
Because there's this thing that was on social media, like I think late last year or early this year. Like this year, you have to sit down, start picking your friends like beans.
You don't need everybody in your life. You don't need everybody in your life. There are people that will stay in your life naturally because they see you as someone who is going the same direction as they are. So there are those who then your life for one reason or the other, for nothing tangible that, you know, and they had no value to your life. While, you know, you may not, you know, discharge everyone from your life, there's certain people you need to let go. If, for example, like the example this guy gave, there's someone who is always calling you at maybe every night, 7 p.m. and saying, meet me at so joint. And you don't have to pay for the alcohol. I think you have to cut that person off. I'm no longer in Lagos. I'm traveling. You need to draw the line. And when you draw that line, you know, if that's the only thing that brings you guys together, it leaves you. And if he's no longer there to tempt you, if he's no longer there to persuade you to go back to your old habit that you've dropped, it becomes easier to change. But people, when they set goals, they also just say, okay, this person, even though the person is, you know, making me still derail from my goal, you still become emotional about it and say, I don't want to let this person go. That's where emotional intelligence has to come in place too. You need to take the bull by the horn and say, this is what I want to achieve. If this person is not going to be involved in helping me achieve it, then I don't think I need this person in my life. So that's just what it's all about. So we need to make goals we need to set goals that align with
achievable, realistic,
and then realistic goals.
Yes, not the what you want to build skyscrapers in the sky. I don't know. So okay, like we're rounding off now. Let's just tell people out there one thing they need to do this year to get better if you're setting a New Year resolution, what is that one thing you really need to, take into cognizance?
Okay, first and foremost, like I said, it's always very imperative that you set goals that align with who you are as a person. Don't go chasing goals that others are chasing because you feel, okay, my neighbor has bought 3 cars, I need to buy 3 cars. No, set goals that matter to your life, that would help you get to that destination. And I often tell people that, you see, bad habits are always very easy to build, but they become hard to live with.
To let go.
But good habits, on the other hand, they're hard to build, but they become easy to live with. And you see, when you do what is easy in life, your life becomes hard. But when you do what is hard in life, your life becomes easy. It goes seamlessly. It's difficult to pray.
I'm going to have to let you go. I don't want to, but I mean, we have to. Thank you so much, Tosin, for coming. I mean, I'm sure people have learned 1 or 2 things. It's not just about, I want to do this, I want to achieve that, but there has to be a pattern, how you want to go about it. You write it down and then follow it to the latter, so that, at the end of the year, you now know that, okay, I have been able to achieve this. Even the ones you don't achieve this year, you can still carry it over.
You may not even achieve everything.
Yes. So thank you so much for coming to talk to us this morning. Viewers, I'm sure you've heard it from the paying doctor, Tosin Imogeme, and he has told us 1 or 2 things that we need to take home with, because, and again, the coronavirus is here. Let nobody deceive you that it's not in Nigeria. Let nobody tell you that, oh, our leaders are this, our leaders are, they're lying to us. No, the coronavirus is in Nigeria. There's been a lot of people that it has killed. Don't let people, what other people say, determine your decision about it. Wear your face mask. Maintain physical distancing. Maintain social distancing. If they say people go to places where they are not needed, stop. Let 2020 be our guide. Really, let it be our guide. Let's know what we're doing this year. And then at the end of the day, let's also be careful. We've set so many goals this year. Let's also be careful as how we achieve it. Because at the end of the day, a lot of us will derail because we want to achieve a certain goal. And everything boils down towards December to achieve something to go and spend in December, and then we'll start all over again. So this is where we're going to draw the curtains this morning. And I wish you all an amazing new year. 2021 is our year. We've been expecting it, and it's here now. So let's all be guided. I am Kiruka Ibe, your host. And until we come your way again next week, it's bye for now. Have yourself an amazing weekend.